Hello everybody, this is the Daydreamer with Daydreams and Nightmares, and it is time for another contest video. I think I'm getting this one in just under the wire. I had a busy few days, so I haven't been able to do this sooner. But we have Mr. Rand Comics celebrating his 100 subscriber mark by doing a giveaway. I want to start off by saying congratulations to Mr. Rand Comics for hitting that mark. Welcome to the comic book community, and I'm sure you'll see many more subscribers along the way. Some great content and books that you have on your channel as well. Anyway, for your giveaway, 100 subscriber giveaway, you're asking for a video and you're asking for 3 different things. You want to see a key issue you don't like and want to know why, a book or story you recently read and loved, and a book that you fell in love with that had you fall in love with a character. Start off with one. I suppose I haven't hidden my dislike. I've never been. Well, how about this? I don't keep it to DC, but we're going to show this. I'm going to show you a book without showing you a book because it's polybagged. This is The Adventures of Superman 500. It's the return of Superman after he died. And that is part of it. I've never been a big, huge fan of Superman, and on the Marvel side of things, I'm not a big Captain America fan either. Partly because I find both of them to be Boy Scouts, and most of their storylines to be rather boring. Although I think that the fight between Superman and Doomsday was, Doomsday is a great villain. All the hype that went around this storyline, the death of Superman and the return of Superman, as he, I don't know, it just didn't do anything for me. And then when we finally killed off Superman, they wound up splintering into 4 different characters that filled in the void with 4 separate titles that were books that were out at that time. Not only was the hype and the stories and the gimmicks of the 90s are related to this particular story, they also decided to take it further, and while in the absence of Superman, they created 4 different titles, and I'm trying to remember what they were called. I don't remember off the top of my head, because I don't really follow. I think one was Steel, and there were 3 others anyway. And then we come back to this, where we have the event of, is it the return from the dead of Superman? And it just, like I said, it doesn't do anything for me. I happen to get this fairly cheap, that's why I have it. And it's still polybagged in fairly decent shape. So anyway, on to number 2. Number 2, a book or story that you recently read and loved. I recently got a comic bento box with a creator-owned comics, and there were at least 3-4 different titles in there. I was familiar with The Tick, and I was familiar with Scott Pilgrim. Beyond that, I was not familiar with any of these stories before. This wasn't originally, well, this is a Image title called Kaptara. This was a graphic novel that they put in there, and like I said, I was absolutely totally unfamiliar with the storyline, didn't know what I was going to be getting myself into, and actually pleasantly surprised. I like the book. It takes you into a whole new world, a whole different set of characters and possibilities of storyline that are extremely oddball, which I kind of like as well, because it is a very odd world that takes place in Kaptara. But yeah, like I said, I was pleasantly surprised by this book and actually enjoyed it. And question number 3, a book that you fell in love, that had you fall in love with a character. I show this continually. This is one of the storylines that brought me into collecting comic books. And I'm a big, huge fan of Sandman and Death and the Nameless, and including characters like John Constantine's in here, and also Lucifer, and and other characters from the world of Sandman. And this is the Preludes and Nocturnes first group of books that really got me into collecting comic books and reading them. Prior to that, it was it was the X-Men, the Spider-Man, the uh, Star Wars, the ones that were based on TV shows and movies that I was watching. This was completely out of that realm, but had storylines and ideas that really kind of changed the way I looked at comic books, and really got me interested in checking others outside of the superhero realm. So that is, like I said, my recommendation. Like I said, I fell in love with characters of Dream and Death with this as well. But anyway, congratulations to Mr. Rand Comics on your 100 subscriber mark. I will leave a link in the description down below so you can go check it out. I think this ends tomorrow, so you got a very short time if you're interested in checking it out. But once again, congratulations, and thank you for watching.